Good morning, dear students. Today's PowerPoint is about the domestic trade. You'll be learning about different kinds of traders here, the wholesalers and retailers on a large and small scale. Just to have a quick revision, trade is all about buying and selling of goods and services, and different kinds of trade we have is the domestic trade and international trade. Domestic trade is the trade which is done within the boundaries of a country, and here are the traders who are involved in the domestic trade. Those are wholesalers and retailers. If you see the slide, the manufacturer or the producer is actually producing the product, and from there the wholesaler, he buys from the manufacturer and he takes it further and sells them to the retailer, and from the retailer the customers or the consumers, they buy. So here we begin with our different types of wholesalers. Dear students, you will be learning about merchant wholesalers, manufacturer wholesalers and retail wholesalers. A merchant wholesaler is an institution that buys goods from manufacturers and resells them to businesses, government agencies and other wholesalers or retailers. And all merchant wholesalers, they take title to the goods they sell. So basically these wholesalers, they independently own their business. They are also called as distributors, and we have two categories under merchant wholesalers: full service and limited services. You have seen the services provided by a wholesaler in our previous class. For instance, it could be regarding trade credit, or offer promotion assistance, or provide personal sales force, or passing off of information to customers, and installation and services. So either merchant wholesaler can provide all these activities, or he can pick up limited services which he wish to go forth with. So in the previous slide we have seen who is a merchant wholesaler. Merchant wholesaler is the proper wholesaler who is taking the goods from the merchant and selling them to the retailers. Now here the next we have is manufacturer wholesaler. Manufacturer wholesalers, they manufacture the goods, and at the same time they also act as a wholesaler. So here manufacturer and wholesaler both are same, and generally they perform their distribution activities through various branch offices. So what the manufacturer they do is they manufacture it and they open office in different places, and they sell their goods as a wholesaler from all the places, all the locations where they have set up their business concerns. Retail wholesalers, these are the wholesalers who act as both the wholesaler at the same time retailer. If you remember the distribution link, we have the manufacturer, then we have the wholesaler, and at the third place we have the retailer. And here these retail wholesalers, they act as both the second and third step in the link. So what these wholesalers generally they do is they buy in bulk from the manufacturers and they sell them to the consumers or the customers. So that is how the gap in between is filled up, and the link has been formed between the manufacturers and the retailers, or let us say the consumers. Traders who are engaged in retail trade are called as retailers, and a retailer is the last link in the chain of distribution of goods. He is an intermediary between the wholesalers and the consumers. So further you are going to see different types of retailers on small scale and large scale. In India we have millions of small scale retailers in rural as well as urban markets, scattered widely all over the world. Small scale retailers, they move from one place to other, and they do not possess their own fixed shops. So these are some of the types of small scale retailers, children. Those are unit stores, then street traders, market traders, hawkers, cheap jacks and syndicate stores. Unit store traders, as the word itself speaks. Unit means single. So these traders, what they do is they put up a store and sell just one product, a single product. Like if you see in the pictures, we have bookstore, we have utensils, and we also have the drugs store. So these are also called as specialty shops because they deal only in just one item. Street traders, if you have to tell about them, dear students, these traders, they open up their shop on any street. They just look for the busy places. It could be footpaths, or it could be bus stands, railway stations, parks, or any other center which is busy. To tell about the market traders, these shops are only fixed on particular dates, and it could be a time gap of 1 week, or it could be fortnight means 2 weeks, or it could be a time gap of 1 month. We have exhibitions, or let's say fairs, and certain festivals which we celebrate occasionally, and normally these are organized in villages and on towns on specific dates. So next we have is hawkers. Hawkers are the traders who go from place to place and sell their things. Like here in the slide we have a person who's selling vegetables. Likewise, in the other animated figure, if you see, we have a popcorn seller, we have ice cream seller, and so on, and the person at the bottom is selling bread. Every day in our streets we find these hawkers. They just shout on top of their voice and just try to attract the customers to buy their items. So those are the hawkers. Hawkers, they are also called as peddlers because they are on their pedals to reach us, to reach the people from place to place. Cheapjacks are the traders who fix a particular locality and sell their products, but once the demand is finished in that place, they change their business from that area and shift to another area. So the speed of the change in their place is not as fast as in case of hawkers. Like for example, if we see the Surat Sari sale which is put in Gajuaka, or the Burma Bazaar. So these sales, what they generally do is, as per the demand only, they just pick up the store and they just put the store, and once the sales has come down, they shift to another area, exploiting the market opportunities over there. And what do they generally sell more is garments, or it could be plastic or shoes. Syndicate stores, we can say they are kind of mail order business, that is online business, which is picked up on a small scale. Generally what these stores they do is they just buy unbranded clothes and they give their name to it and sell them into the market, which is mostly done these days. In the recent years, large-scale retailing has been gaining popularity due to its several benefits, like advantages, that is large-scale purchase, specialized management practices, risk-bearing capacity, scope for innovation, market research, and intensive promotion. The large-scale organizations are owned by partnership and companies. Some of the large-scale retailers, if you see, we have department stores, chain stores, mail order houses, and cooperative stores and supermarkets. So we have the large scale retailers, like we have Walmart and Reliance Fresh, and also if you see the animation, it's looking like there are so many smaller shops over there. The delivery vans are there, the vehicles of the customers, we have accelerators, people buying different kinds of stores. So it is a departmental store, dear students, which you'll understand in the further PowerPoint presentation. So the supermarkets, you all must have visited it. It is a large retail store which sells a variety of items, especially the consumer goods like food and household items, and mostly it is self-service there. You just pick up the trolley, that is and a trolley, it's a vehicle on wheels, and you just carry it, you pick up all your items and you just bring them to the billing counter. You don't have a salesman here who is helping you. There will be people of the shop moving here and there, whose assistance you can take in finding the product, but it's not them whom you are buying the product from. So the products are all put on display. You just choose as per your requirement, and you come to the billing counter. There you pay, and payment, it could be done through cash or it could be done through any other way, like these days we have phone pay, google pay, or you can do the payment through your debit or credit cards. According to James Stephenson, departmental store is a store which is engaged in a retail trade of the wide variety of articles under the same roof. Departmental store, actually it acts as a universal supplier of a wide variety of goods, and these are generally situated in the center of the city's, dear students. It's a large establishment which is divided into number of small shops, or call them as departments, and each shop dealing with a different uh, product. Like if we take the example of CMR Central in our city, there we have clothing, we have different section. For shoes we have different section. We have also the fast food on the top floor. Game zone is there. Then we have watch store, tattoos store, and so on. So CMR Central, that is called as a departmental store. Multiple stores means these shops which has a network of branches. For example, let us take a Bata showroom. Whichever Bata shop you go, you get the same variety of the shoes and also the price. Or let's talk about Domino's or Pizza Hut. Wherever you find them, you get the same taste, you get the same management, same uniform of the people, same decor of the place. And these branches, they are all centralized. It means it is controlled by one head office, and which is responsible for formulation of policies, and all the branches, they just implement them. So about consumer cooperative store, to avoid the middleman, this is an organization which is owned, managed, and is controlled by consumers. And this store is set up under the Cooperative Societies Act. At least 10 members are required to register a society or this stores, and members of the store can make joint purchases and sales among themselves at the current market prices. Mail order business, it can be defined as an establishment that receives order by mail and make its sales by mail, parcel, etc. So it is basically shopping by post. The orders are accepted and goods are delivered by post, and there are no stores in this kind of business. Impersonal there is, and direct selling, which eliminates the middlemen. Beautiful examples would be the online business, Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, and so on. So this was about the different kinds of retailers and wholesalers, dear students.